what's up guys, TechTitan here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So this is going to be sort of a different setup. It's all handheld, so stay with me. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be reviewing this computer right here. So this is the best budget computer that you can get anywhere right now, and it's called the Acer E15, and this is a $350 computer with some pretty impressive specs for the price. So we'll talk about them, but let's quickly walk through the design. So it's made out of this kind of a textured plastic, and it feels really nice. It kind of resembles metal, but it's not. It is plastic, but it's high quality and it's pretty decent build. So you have your Acer logo right here, which is placed on the right hand side. And in terms of port selection, also this computer comes through with port selection. So if you go to the left hand side, you get some pretty decent ports. So you get two USB 3 ports, an HDMI cable, a VGA cable if you still use that, an Ethernet cable, and this one right here, which is pretty impressive for a computer that costs $350. So this is a USB 3.1 or USB Type-C, so it does not support Thunderbolt 3, so you can't really plug in an external GPU or anything like that. And you also have your ventilation. Alright, so on the left hand side, let's see. So on the left hand side you have one more USB. This is USB 2, not USB 3, and you have your 3.5mm headphone jack, and you also have an optical drive if you still use that. So you also have your proprietary charger connectors. Alright, so here's how it looks like when you open it, and it's a pretty cool sleek design. Now the keyboard, it's a really good keyboard. I really like the typing experience. It's really enjoyable. And also the keyboard is actually backlit. So if you press FN and you press this button right here, there you go. So it's better visible at night, which is pretty cool. If you use your computer at night, you're trying to figure out what you're typing. That's pretty cool. And the trackpad also on here is really impressive. It's a really nice trackpad. It's a smooth surface. I just wish that it was just placed a little bit more to the right hand side and basically in the center, but that's just me. Overall the trackpad is actually really good. So okay, so let me tell you about the specifications of this computer. So this computer has really nice specs, like I said. So it comes with the Intel Core i3-7100U processor, so it's 7th generation based on Kaby Lake, and it's it's clocked at 2.4 GHz, has 3 megabytes of L3 cache. Now it does not have integrated graphics, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. So it has Intel HD Graphics 620, 4 gigabytes of DDR4 memory, 1 terabyte of hard drive, which is actually its biggest downside, and I'll tell you also why in a second. So it also has 82.11 AC, True Harmony speakers, and the speakers actually do get really loud. Now they're not really the best because they are bottom facing speakers. And the webcam, it's an HDR webcam, and it's pretty good. And I mean, yeah, like I said, it comes with Intel Core, 7th generation Intel Core i3. Now the best feature, actually my favorite feature of this computer, the specs are really good, don't get me wrong, but my favorite feature is this one right here. So this one is a full 1080p panel, and it's really tough to find a laptop for $350 that has this kind of a 1080p panel, and it gets bright. Now outdoor visibility it's okay, it's usable, but I would rather stay indoor and use it. Watching videos on here is a really enjoyable experience. Let me show you. So let's roll up. So you can watch up to 4K. I don't think my internet connection will allow that right now, but so check this out. And that's what 1080p panel on a So 1080p panel on a computer that costs $350. Now, like I said, so let's go back to what I said earlier. So let's discuss the GPU real quick. So there's another variant of this computer that costs $550, and if you have that extra amount of cash, then go ahead and go for it. It's a decent upgrade. So instead of 4 gigabytes of RAM, you get 8. And instead of that 1 terabyte hard drive, you get 256 gigabyte SSD. And the difference between this hard drive and the SSD is that it runs opening apps and closing them is really fast, transferring files is really fast. But to me personally, since I'm going to be using this mostly for school, I don't really care that much if it was a SSD or a hard drive. I would have loved the SSD, but just for the purpose of this review and the fact that this computer is a solid machine for the price, I don't think I need that. I don't think I need the SSD. Like I said, all I'm doing really is just watching videos, browsing the web, looking up some information, doing homework, typing out essays and things of that sort. So that's my usage. If your usage is like editing videos or heavy gaming, then I would actually go with the one with the 550, which gives you the NVIDIA integrated chip, which is I believe it's the 940MX. Now the other really nice cool feature about this computer is this one right here. So this computer claims to have a 12-hour battery life, and let me be the first to say that the battery life on this computer is absolutely phenomenal. I got through a whole day of using this computer. Now, like I said, my use is pretty much watching video, browsing the web, writing essays and things of that sort. But wow, I got through the whole day, and my previous computer wouldn't even hold out for 3 hours. So I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. And like I said, I mean, I think this is targeted mainly at students, and you can play some light games like Asphalt 8. And it will run really smoothly, no problem at all. But heavy demanding games like Rocket League, GTA 5, or anything like that, you basically need that integrated GPU. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about this computer is expandability. And what I mean by that is that you can actually open up the back and swap out, add additional RAM. So if 4 gigs is not enough for you, if you want more RAM and you're a heavy multitasking, you're a heavy multitasker, then is multitasker even a word? Anyway, so if you're a heavy multitasker, then you can actually change this 4 gigs to 8 or even 16. So that's pretty good, and you have the option. So overall, what do I think about this computer? I mean, this is easily. Matter of fact, I challenge you to find me a computer that has a 1080p panel, a 7th generation Intel Core i3 chip with 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, a USB-C, and all these other features like the backlit keyboard, actually a solid keyboard, for this kind of price. It's really impressive. Now, I didn't want to make this video too long. It's just I was hyped about this computer, and this will be my personal computer that I will use for school. Let me wrap it up here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I know that this is kind of a different setup. I didn't set up my tripod or anything like that. I just wanted to get this kind of raw thoughts out of the way. So this is a pretty nice computer, and I really liked it, and I'm enjoying the experience on this computer. So yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys in the next video.